Globally, statistics has proven that people with disabilities are often the most marginalized among all the vulnerable cases in the society. Nigeria is not an exception. Unfortunately, previous efforts by the government and civil society groups to bring the issue of persons living with disabilities to the forefront of the development agenda has not been very productive, perhaps owing to the challenges of mobilizing advocacy and hence raising the essential human and material resources for capacity development and empowerment programs. Invariably, the PWDs remain less exposed to social, political and economic opportunities, including access to formal education, healthcare services and employment. What is life really like for a physically challenged person?
My life has been somehow before. I don't have anything doing then, so I get my help from my people.
I used to stay at home. I used to eat through my family. If they don't give me, I will not eat. If they don't come to help me, I will not eat, except church praise. That's where I normally go before the SSDO program.
Actually, life has not been easy. I've been trying to survive, scratching from here and there, trying to make a living before enrolling for the program organized by SSDO. So life has been very, very, very difficult for me.
I can say that life has been so tough and it has not been easy. You know, making times and coupling energy to survive has been a very tough time. But I really thank God for the SSDO, whom without them, I would have been nobody by now.
Burdened by this, South Saharan Social Development Organization, a non-profit organization in Nigeria with a primary focus of equipping young women, youth and children through the support of Oxfam Novib, organized a 3-month skills acquisition training for persons with disabilities in Enugu and Anambra states, southeast Nigeria. The training program, which hosted 100 physically challenged persons, provided them with practical skills and tools in hardware and software repairs of all mobile phones. At graduation, each beneficiary received a laptop, rework station, repair kit and seed fund of 20,000 naira to start and own a business of their own.
Come forward. Family should come and help her with her laptop and her... Peter, congrats. David, come nearer. Yes, sir. Yes,
SSDO, God will bless them because they have done very great things to we, the physically challenged people. In fact, we now have mouth to say something because before this program, it's supposed to be that we are just nothing in our, but today, by this thing, the gift that they were giving us, I think we can do something.
I learned many things. Before, I don't know how to operate even the phone that is very big, but now I can put application on the phone, I can put Facebook, I can upgrade, I can do everything in software, based on software.
SSDO believes that with the right attention and support, people with disabilities can be integrated into the mainstream of development.
You can see the joy and happiness on the faces of the people graduating today that it has been a worthwhile venture. We had 100 persons, 50 were selected in Anambra State and another 50 here in Enugu, so a total of 100. But when you talk about the number, it's insignificant compared to the number of people that actually require help, the people who are living on the fringes of society. And we're trying to use some of our programs to bring them into the mainstream. These are people who don't have a voice. And we at SSDO believe that this is a mission that we must accomplish to ensure that they get included into the mainstream of Nigeria's socio-economic sector.
The chairman, Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, Enugu State Council, Mr. Onyemechi Anyoko, also had this to say.
I am advising the beneficiaries to make very use of the money, the seed fund that is provided for them today, and the equipment. If you handle the equipment very well, you'll be working efficiently with it, and it will be attracting customers to you, and by so doing, you'll be self-reliant, and there will be no need for you to go along the street begging.
This life-changing experience, they say, offered them a sense of fulfillment and fresh breath in life, and also empowered them to become self-reliant and productive members of the society.
Sometimes maybe weekly basis, say 5,000 to 6,000 on a weekly basis.
The place I use as my office now is in front of my house. I believe from there I can make a lot of money to establish myself the way I feel. At times you make like 2,000, at times 3,000, at times 4,000. Times 5,000, even 7,000, depends on the type of work that you do.
It's very, very good. It's very, very nice and good for someone of that nature to engage in this phone repair service, because sometimes I do make 5,000, 7,000, even sometimes you make 3,000 naira. So it's not that stable.
Sometimes I make 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira, depending on the type of phone that is on my table. If you bring me a Nokia Touch, I can work it for you for 1,000. But if you bring phone like this, which is Android, very, very expensive, oh boy, I can take more than for you. I can even take more than 5,000 for you. So it depends on the phone that is brought to me.
At a particular point, my phone started hanging, my Apple phone started hanging, so I have to flash it. Somebody directed me to this particular place to come and do it here. He flashed the phone, and before flashing the phone, he did a kind of backup to make sure that my information does not wipe. And actually, after flashing the phone, I was happy.
Disability affects not only the individual, but also the family and the society at large. How does the society perceive persons with disabilities?
They discriminate. Sometimes even family members they don't want to come close to you, because they always think you always ask. Even when you don't want to ask, they always think you always ask. Or maybe they discriminate you even in the public. When you go out to buy something as normal human being, they will always look at you as if you are not God's own creature. They will always discriminate you, or some may even call you a beggar.
We have experienced some discrimination based on some, they just look down on you because of yes, they see you in wheelchair. At times some will say, how can women be phone engineer? But some will say, oh, let me just give it a try. But when they do that, they will find out, yes, that you can do it very, very perfect.
Understanding this challenge, South Saharan Social Development Organization organized a motivational seminar to spur the PWDs into action and bridge possible gaps to success. The seminar coincided with the celebration of the United Nations International Day for Persons with Disabilities, with its theme, Inclusion Matters, Access and Empowerment of People of All Abilities. There were presentations from special guests, including an Olympic medalist, MS Victoria Neji, MON, herself a person with disability.
So let us not dwell in pity. Let us not dwell on somebody or depend on somebody. I want this person to do it for me. I want this. Do it yourself. Start somewhere.
People can study science, subject and understanding. So most of us are into social science and stuff like that. So why don't you get the relevant knowledge in that area where you have passion? Buy books. Attend conferences, go for seminar. As a matter of fact, make friends as mentors that will teach you relevant things in that area.
By the time they see you on television and they say you want medal, some of them will come and pitch it in your house. Some of the girls will come and start cleaning your room. Some of the boys who felt that you are no good will come and start positioning because they know you are carrying something they don't have.
Some beneficiaries shared their views.
Information is power. I want God to bless SSDO. What they have done to disables, God will bless them. 2, I want them not to relent in this kind of thing. Let them, there are others, other disables. They need to gather them too.
Then everybody has ears, so we can hear everything that the man taught us, and it's very interesting. And I hope that everything that they taught us enter our bodies very well.
I priced this at the market. I know how much they told me, but by the help of SSDO, I was able to get one with a nice brand new laptop. As you can see my table, I now work at home. At least I'm able to make daily living.
My message to them is that we go to bless them, for them to continue thinking of how to help the less privileged and physical challenges like us. What they have started, first, I don't know how to appreciate them. They have done marvelous. They have done so much in our life. They have impacted so many knowledge.
My message to SSDO and Oxfam that what they did, the light is still shining. So, and they will be remembered for what they did. And they will be remembered for what they ought to do, because I know they will do more. Because they really impressed us. And even other people who have no time or the opportunity to participate are even yearning to get their help, which I'm begging, and I'm begging them to remember them as soon as possible, which I know they will do.
The country director, South Saharan Social Development Organization, Mrs. Grace Mobudu, has this to say.
They should go out there and believe in themselves, that they can do it. And with the training they've had, and with the backing they've had, with all the empowerment that they've received, they should go out there and actually begin to believe that you have to make yourself be included. The theme for this year's celebration is inclusiveness. And we're saying that you have to put yourself right in the mix. If you sit back waiting for somebody to come and carry you into the mix, you're probably waiting a lifetime. So it's something that you have to do by yourself, for yourself. That's the only way it's going to work.
And then there is also David, who participated in the training despite being a double amputee through an electrocution incident. Although David may have acquired the skills, his passion alone may not take him closer to his dreams as a mobile phone repair technician. He needs prosthetic arms to enable him pursue a career and have a better life.
It will help me to be more fast in what I'm doing, and to help me in doing some normal things that I'm supposed to do, like doing some things on my own, like wearing off my clothes and feeding myself, and doing some other minor jobs that I can do for myself. And it can also help me to learn the hardware part of that mobile phone repair and go far in it.
The fundamental human rights notwithstanding, persons with disabilities are continually challenged by the right to freedom from discrimination. While so much may have been recorded by this intervention program, there is the increasing need to do even more.